Alright guys, how's it going today? So, pretty much the same day as when you guys saw that first video on when I was talking about the calf and painting this thing. I'm going to I want to go ahead and just maybe it's not quite dry though, but I'm going to try to sand that down a little bit, maybe try to correct some of that lumpiness in the paint. It's been about an hour and a half, so that technically should have been dry enough to handle, but I don't know, I'll do a little test and see if I can sand it, and if not, well then it'll have to sit, I guess, until it fully hardens. But I got this little sand block, which might be alright for that. It's also to one day maybe redo the grill, if I decide to repaint the grill or not, or I'll just paint something else or not even bother. So, but anyways, I picked up, this finally came in the mail. I've been waiting for this to show up as well. It's something I ordered for the grain truck. I'm going to have to still order one more yet, but this is just a small one for a test, and it's just what we need. So it comes with a handle. Comes with, if I can get them out, two different types of stickers. So I guess you can kind of choose whatever you're going to do with it. So it's just kind of neat. And then I can get it out. It came with, I also got this big son of a bitch. So this is a new pull cable. Oh, this just seems like it's a little bit longer than I actually was thinking. I was thinking I could put this behind the dash, and then this could poke out through, because I kind of wouldn't mind mounting these on the dash on the grain truck. So there's the end of the cable. So this is the 10-foot. They have another one which is a 15-foot, but I'm hoping that the 10-foot will be enough to at least do the PTO on the grain truck, because that doesn't work. You have to crawl under the truck to, or not to, that's for the hoist, but for the PTO, you have to be on the side of the truck to operate that, you know. And I kind of wouldn't mind moving these two inside the truck, so they're just more convenient. But the actual, the hoist part one is actually dickered. That's what needs to be replaced because it's broken. But I figured if I can replace the PTO, which is this, with this one, then maybe we'll be okay. So I'm kind of hoping that 10 feet will be enough. I don't know. It depends on where I go, I guess, in the dash. I might have to move them if there's not enough cable. I might have to, I guess, move it to the center of the dash. I was kind of hoping to have it on the left side of the dash, but I don't know. My plans are kind of to maybe just hopefully go in the dash, through the firewall, go down along the frame, and then I'm not sure, I might have to jump over the transmission. Maybe. I don't know. That's probably the only way I can do it. Jump over the transmission with this and then connect it, take the old one out and connect this up to it, and then, you know, just kind of, I guess, fine tune it as you need to. So that's the plans with this guy. This is why I got the 10-foot, because I thought maybe the 10-foot would be enough, but I don't know. It'd be a kind of a bitch if it wasn't going to fit. I have to order two 15-footers, and hopefully they definitely fit, because I don't know if they make anything bigger than this. Supposedly this come by a company called Buyers. I guess that's the company name. So yeah. So they don't have a website though. I guess you could just Google Buyers. It's got the little picture of the little bulldog on there, so I'm guessing that's, I guess if you find their logo, then you'll have the company. So yeah, I'm hoping that this will take care, at least so I can replace the the PTO or the PTO cable on the truck. You know, so at least we could, you know, get somewhere. So, but you can choose between, you know, like hoist. These are those little stickers you can put on there, and then, you know, your PTO, which is what I will be using. So, because that's what I'm going to replace first is replace the PTO, because that one is probably going to be the hardest one anyway to do. The one for the hoist probably won't be so bad, because that's kind of out in the open anyway. So that probably won't be too bad to deal with. Of course, you will have to crawl around underneath the truck anyway. But no matter what, you're going to be doing that anyway. So might as well just get the worst one out of the way, which would be the PTO, and then at least then we'll have something done. I don't know, I might have to get that out, get that ready. I'm not really too sure yet how I'm going to do this. Like I said, I want to, you know, go on the left side of the dash, and then should from there just go along, I guess, the frame, and then jump across the transmission, and maybe hopefully it'll connect there somehow. If not, then I probably would have to go in the center of the dash. I'll have to, I guess, you know, make my own holes, and then that'll give me a little more cable, and then I should have no problems there. But the problem is that because in the picture it was kind of hard to tell, but this metal section here, which I don't know why they have it so bloody big and long for. I guess you already seen it, but this shaft here is extremely long. And I think they said that was 5 inches, which I don't know what I did with my tape measure, but I don't know, when I measured out 5 inches, because that's what I thought it would be, it didn't seem that long, but looking at it now, it's going to be a lot longer than 5 inches, I think. So, a rough number here. That's almost more like 7 to 8 inches long. So, I don't know if I'll have room behind the dash to fit that. I don't know. So, now I could, you know, I could just go through the floor, you know, and this could just stick out underneath. It'd be fine, but I'm not really sure if I want to do that. I would rather have it on the dash where I don't have to bend over and turn stuff on. But I won't know until I get this mounted in, at least in the dash for now, and then I don't know if I'll go through the firewall or what. I don't know. The lower I suppose I go, the better. I don't really know, but I don't know. I just got to make sure I stay away from moving parts. I think they say that you can put this somewhat next to heat and it'll be fine, but you can't go next to like extreme heat, and you can't go near moving parts, which obviously, but I don't know. I don't know if the transmission would get boiling hot enough to, you know, bake the cable or anything. I mean, it would get warm, but I don't think it's going to get boiling hot. So, now the engine would get boiling hot, but for the transmission, I kind of doubt that that would get hot. I mean, it's going to get hot, but it's not going to get boiling hot. So, for the amount that we're going to actually probably be running that truck, I don't think it'll ever get to, like, it'll probably get to operating temperatures, but it'll probably never go past that, really. We're never going to run the truck probably when it's 90 or 100 out, you know, Fahrenheit. You know, we're not going to probably be doing that. So, and if we do, it'll probably only be for an hour or two or something. Who knows? I don't really know. We're not going to be able to tell yet. So, but that is for the PTO on the grain truck. I didn't order one for the hoist yet because I don't know if I'm going to be satisfied with this one. And plus, these things are expensive. The 10-foot was a little bit cheaper than the 15-foot, but the 15-foot, you know, was expensive. So that's why I decided I'll just use that little, you know, since the PTO is technically literally right under the cab, a 10-foot should be fine. And, you know, it should just be fine. So it'd be just one less thing to deal with. And then, of course, turning on the hydraulics or to raise and lower the bed, well, you still have to do that the old school way for now, which is just have that rod under there. But when I get another cable, which will be the 15-footer, because I imagine the 10-foot won't be long enough, because that's further away from, you know, the cab, so you're going to probably need that extra few feet. So that's when I will order that 15-foot, which will probably be sometime this summer. If I could get those things done, that truck would be a lot better. Be a lot more awesomer. But yeah, that's the plans. Not sure when I'll install that thing. I don't like doing it during the day like right now because it's so hot. I guess I'm out here going to be doing a little bit of painting, but I do have a building over me, or at least keep the sun from baking the shit out of me, but it is what it is. So yeah, this is fairly dry. So, like I said, I got a little bit of sanding to do on this thing, and I'll take it out in the light. Maybe you guys will be able to... Oh, there goes... Oh, Speedy Deliveries here. I don't know what they were doing, but wait for them to pass, I guess. But, yeah, I'm still leaving my fingerprints in the paint just a little bit, so it's not... Come on, leave. So it's not 100% dry yet, which is concerning. So, there he goes. So just hang on to it this way, maybe. So, it's the top half that needs to get sandpaper, whatever. The bottom's alright, like that looks alright. So I got a little bit of sanding to do just to get rid of that bumpiness, because it's not going to look right, you know, with that like that. So I'm going to try to maybe sand it down right now. The paint's still a little tacky, but I don't know. I'll just try it right here at the edge, see what comes off, and if it removes too much paint, well, then I'll have to let it sit for another couple hours. Might even just let it sit until tonight, and then tonight it should be a lot harder. It's only been like an hour and a half since I've done it, but they said you could touch it within an hour, so... But it's just not true, because you can still leave fingerprints in the paint. So I wouldn't recommend touching it probably for a couple of hours. But yeah, so I just wanted to show you guys that I got that cable. Yeah, I actually found a video on this. I only found one video of this on YouTube, and yeah, and he mounted his on the lower half of his dash, and supposedly he's been happy with it. He's never really done an update video on it since then, so I don't really know anything of how it's still holding up to this day. He probably doesn't even have that truck, because that video is a few years old now, so who knows if he still has that truck. But yeah, so the grain truck needs new cables, you know, for the PTO and then for the hoist. So at least do the PTO for now, because that'll probably be obviously probably the hardest thing to deal with. And I'll just do it. You got to do it anyway. So, but like I said, I hope the 10-footer will be enough for that. It should be. I don't see why not, but I guess I'll just have to fine tune it. I guess if it doesn't work where I want it, then I will just either have to move it, or I will just have to get a longer one then, and then just, I guess, use this for something else. But she'll do. So anyways, guys, I guess I'm going to probably take off. Like I said, I want to get a little bit of sanding done, and maybe I can make it look decent. So, but yeah. So anyways, guys, I guess I want to take off. So I guess have a good day and stuff. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Take her easy.